Yep. Select star into the table name underscore bkp. Bkp means backup. Okay, from the old table. So this table doesn't exist, guys. Okay, this table doesn't exist. Okay, so when exactly it will get create means whenever you execute this query, that point of time in the runtime it will gonna execute. I mean, okay, in the runtime part of view, this query will gonna execute and create this new table. And if you ask me what structure it will take means whatever the structure we have for this table, the similar with the similar structure it will create a new table. Okay, and the complete data also will get transferred. Structure, data, okay, everything will get transferred. Okay, and there are some restrictions like if there are any constraints. Okay, if there is any constraints or any relationship, it won't carry forward from the old table to new table. Okay, so if there is any check, default, any queue, any constraints are there in this table, it won't get carry forward into this table. Only the thing is structure will get carry forward, and then data and identity property. Okay, so these are the few things it will get transferred into the new table, guys. Okay, so you just see, I'm going to execute this query. See, 121317, which means in these many rows are there in this table. So it will get transfer structure and those many rows into this table. Now, if we go and check, can you see in this? Okay, so the structure, I mean, if I query both the tables, I mean, this is the 1 second. Yeah, this is the backup table, right? And I'll just query the main table also. Below is the main, the above one is the backup. If you see, both are same, correct? There is no difference at all actually. Okay, there is no difference at all. Let me just scroll up a little bit. Okay, so the thing is here also 121317, here also same number of rows has been there. Okay, maybe the data might be in a different order, that's fine, but the data will be same actually. I mean, number of records will be same. There is no there is no difference in the data level. Okay, and also if you go and check in this table, there are so many relationships, and we have also identity property. Okay, let me see. Let me see if any constraints are there in this table. Okay, I don't see any constraints here, guys. Okay, because it will be shown any if there are any constraints in this table actually. Let me just see here. Keys, no keys. Okay, actually there is no keys in this table. That's fine. I'll just take some table which has some keys and then we'll see. Okay, now if you go and see the backup table structure, right, it remains same. Okay, even there will be identity also. Okay, so let me just take any table which doesn't have, I mean, which has some keys, and then we'll transfer the data. Select star from see, this has so many relationships and many constraints are there, right? So what I will do, select star into employee underscore bkp. Bkp means backup. 290 rows has been transferred. So in my main table, there are so many relationships, right? So if I go and just see in the backup table, Okay, data will be 290 rows. Whereas, can you see this? Do you have any constraints over there?
No.
No constraint, nothing. And maybe there is no identity in the main table also. Let me just check if there is any identity. Yeah, there is no identity here. So that's why there is no identity in my backup table. Only the thing is the structure, everything is carry forward. And there are so many check and default constraint and relationships are there. Nothing has been carried forward to the new table actually. Only structure data. And if the identity property is there, that will also get carried forward. Clear? Understand how to transfer the data from one table to another table?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when you execute this query, make sure this new table not will not exist in the database. If it is existing, it will throw an error, guys. You see, if I go and execute, now it will throw an error. Okay. This table should not exist while executing this select star into operation. Okay. Now, see, when you do star, all the columns, all the rows will get transferred to this table. And when you go for, the number of columns, if you want to transfer, then mention the column names, only those many columns and the number of records in the, total number of records for that specific columns will get transferred to the new table. Okay. This is table to table. Now, if I want to transfer one database table to another database table, okay, so meaning yeah, I want to transfer, let's say, these department details. So these department details is existing in Adventure Works database, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case, how to transfer from one DB table to another DB table? So select. So first of all, what you need to do is in whichever DB you want to create that new table. So select the DB, destination DB. Okay. So select star into, let me just put like department, okay, underscore BKP from. Now, if you simply mention this table now, so it won't execute. Why? Because so this table is existing in which DB?
Adventure.
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 But if we simply go and execute, it will look this table in this database, correct? Which is wrong.
Yeah.
The table won't exist there, right?
Correct.
So now what you need to do is before this, just mention the database name as well. That's it. Okay. So basically, the first you need to select the destination DB, and the syntax remains same. Only the thing in from class what you need to write is source table name, source DB name, schema name, and the source table name. Okay. So now we'll see. So 16 rows has been transferred. If I go and check the, now you see the seed will get, the identity property is getting carried forward and structure and data also. And when you go and check this database table, right? Okay, if you want to do alt F1 for this table, now must and should you need to point to the DB, guys. Do remember it. Otherwise, you cannot do alt F1. See, here also many constraints are there. Nothing has been carry forward, only the identity structure and data. Okay, this is from one DB to another DB. Understand? Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. And in real time, there is one more thing will come. Okay, they will ask us to transfer the data from one server to another server. One server to another server. So server is nothing but nothing actually, see, this is let's say development server. Okay, this is a development server, and there is a one more testing server will be there. Okay, server means there will be a one Windows will be there. I mean, your Windows 10 or whatever it is. So it will be there. Under that, there is a specific memory getting allocated, and username password will be there. I mean, the username password, and inside that, you'll be having the SQL server, whatever you want to work, all the software getting installed. Okay. If it is a testing server, same setup will be there in testing server also. Okay. Extra thing will be, so if any for testing guys, if any extra tools are required, that will get installed guys. Okay. Now, whenever you want to, log into any server, right? Okay, any remote server and all. So what you need to do is, so initially when you join, they will give us username and password actually. So you need to go to start and type a remote desktop or MSDSC. Okay, so when you double click on it, right, they will give you one IP address or server name. Once you provide that server name, so it will ask for username and password. That also they will give us. Once you connect it, so it will go inside the remote server. Okay, and there your SQL server will be there. Okay, there your SQL server will be there. Maybe consider that is a development environment where you will write code, everything. Okay, and for testing also same thing will be there. Okay, you will be having a remote server, and you need to enter some IP address for that. It will be a different IP address actually. Okay, and username for you, separate username password will be there. When you log into that remote server, so again SQL server getting installed over there. So that will be for testing purpose. Okay, now, so it is too early to discuss about the servers. Okay, but I just want you to understand. So if I want to transfer the data from that testing to, let's say, development, or development to testing environment. Okay, I mean, development SQL server to testing SQL server, you can consider. So in such a case, the syntax will go like this. Select. So let's say I want to transfer into testing. Okay, select star into, first of all you need to log into testing server. As I said, always we should be in the destination database, correct? Destination server, right?
Mhm.
So you need to log into testing environment, and the syntax would be, so in whichever database you want to transfer, right? So select that database and select star into table name, the new table name from. Okay, so the syntax would be server name. It will be linked server name actually. Linked server name dot db name dot schema name dot table name. This was the syntax. Okay, see, if you want to bring the data from another server to our server. Okay, so this is the syntax. Select star into new table. First of all, you log into your server and write this syntax. And if you want to get the data from other server, right, you have to provide that server name, and then database from which db in that server we have to retrieve the db name, schema name, and table name. Extra this linked server will come. What is meant by this linked server? See, if we simply keep the server name, see, server name is nothing but SQL server name. See, this is my server name, right?
Yeah.
So this is what you need to provide in a square brackets. Okay. If somebody else server name will be there, you need to provide that server name over here. That's it. Okay. But the thing is, if we want to retrieve data from other server to our server, right? So in such a case, definitely there should be a link actually. There should be a link between from one server to other server actually, and that link will be created by DBA. I mean, administrative guy will create us. So if we'll ask, okay, we want to transfer data from other server to this server, means they will provide that linked server name. You need to put that linked server over here. Okay, you need to provide that linked server name so that it can get the data from other server to our server, our local server, wherever it is. Okay, so this is how we can transfer the data from server to server. Understand? So this case will come very rare actually. Okay, sometimes we may get a chance, sometimes most of the times we won't get a chance to transfer, but it will be very important for interview point of view. Okay, so to transfer the data from one server to another server, first of all, we need the linked server name. Okay, and then if you have a linked server name, so we need to go to destination server, and there you need to write this query. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll just put source server name. Okay, just to, you should have an idea on top of this query, guys. It will be important for your that's why I'm saying this. Any questions here on top of these queries?
You said linked server, right? So linked server in the sense the server which we are transferring the data, right? Sorry, from where we are transferring the data to our server, right? So that we should have an access. That is what the linked says.
Not access actually. See, there is a server 1 and server 2. These are the names for server 1 and server 2. Okay. Now, if I want to transfer from server 1 to server 2. Okay. So this is our destination. Or maybe if I want to transfer from here to here, then this will be our source.
Okay, correct.
And this will be our destination. Now, always what you need to do, you should be in your destination DB, I mean destination server. You need to log in over here. Okay. And then what you need to do is, we need to ask the DBA guy to provide the linked server between this one and this one. So what he will do, he'll create a link for that. Okay, between server 1 and server 2. For that, he'll give a name actually. Okay, maybe server 1 underscore server 2 underscore link, something like this. This is your linked server name. You have to use this one now, not server 2 or server 1. Okay, this is your linked server name to bring the data from here to here.
Okay.
That's how it will be.
So
questions? Yeah.
Yeah, sir. You have mentioned the link should be generated by DBA.
Yes.
It will going to take place inside the organization.
Sorry, he will?
Inside the organization, DBA will be there, sir.
Yes.
Suppose there will be some unknown server will be there. I need to take a data from that unknown server. Means at that time, who will going to generate it?
Different server, unknown server, right?
Yes, sir.
See, if an unknown server also, definitely, the DBA guy knows he should know all the information. So we cannot directly transfer from unknown server to this. Okay, without link we cannot do actually.
Okay.
Is our server or somebody else?
Okay.
Okay, the rule is same. Yeah. Next.
So what are the real-time servers we have? Like one is a development server, another one is testing, and do you have anything like production?
Yes. So there are these environments in the real time. One is development, which is called as dev usually. And the second one will be testing server. Instead of server, I'll just make it as environment so that people will easily understand. And the second one will be testing environment and production environment. So to make it easy, so everyone used to watch movies, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to make a movie, can you tell me in 3 words how they'll make the movie usually? I mean, from end to end, what are the steps in 3 words?
So basically, the story should be there.
Yes, story should
And
be there.
shooting should be happen.
what exactly they'll call that shooting and all?
Direction.
Direction. Okay, maybe some other words.
Acting.
Next.
Hero.
Camera lights action.
Next.
Post-production, production, and like script work, production work, and post-production work, and finally output comes.
Next. First of all, they need to make the movie, right? Making.
Yeah,
Correct.
Making. Yeah.
Okay.
Making, that is
so
production.
you are making means, so you need to whatever script you have, right? So you need to direct the movie and you need to make the movie first of all. Okay.
Yes.
So that is your development environment. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they cannot directly show the thing whatever they're making, right? Because
Yeah,
it has
editing
so
should-
many things. Yes, it has so many things, so which they have to edit it, correct?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So it's called as the testing environment.
Testing.
Editing is nothing but, so if anything is required, we'll keep it, otherwise we'll just edit that, correct?
Yes, sir.
Same thing we in the testing environment. Okay. 1 second. Huh? Yeah. So in editing is nothing but in our testing server, whatever we developed, okay, whatever we developed the code, right? So if anything is wrong in it, or if any changes are required, everything will be done in the testing environment actually. Okay. So here we'll get to know if anything wrong in our code. Yeah, sometimes we will do the testing from our end. In if you go to MNCs and all, there will be developers will be separate, testing will be separate. Okay, so it will differ actually. When you go to small scale industries, you have to take care of everything. You are the developer, you are the tester, you will be act like a production supporter also.
Like
Okay.
a full stack developer.
Yeah, you need to do. Okay, so specifically if you ask me, so which is the best role for you people means the small, if you go to small scale industries, you can learn something initially. If you go to MNCs, right, you'll be having a lot of restrictions. Okay, so you cannot have everything over there. Yeah, and so once they edit, they will just you might have heard about this pre-production, post-production, correct?
Yes, sir.
So which will be nothing but, it's almost ready, it will be going for live. Okay,
Mhm.
so that is nothing but making, editing, production. Okay, production is nothing but live. Who will see the movie?
Audience.
Audience means us only, right?
Correct.
Yes.
So
Thanks.
basically we are the clients for them, correct?
Yes, sir.
We are the users, or we are the clients for them. In this case, okay, for our clients is like maybe some other country people, so they need the data, correct?
Correct.
So they will go and run everything in the production environment. See, we will not get involved in either making or editing, no?
Yes, sir.
They will not show us everything, correct, in the making level or editing level. So ultimately, once they're pushing into the production, into the theaters, then only we can see the movie, correct?
Correct.
In the same way, once you develop, sometimes client will have a access to see all these development, testing, everything, but most of the times client will work on only production environment. Okay, so why? Because here the main code will be there, means after testing whatever code is there, that will be exist in the production environment with live data. Okay, with that they will go and check whatever they want, either report or whatever they want. Okay, whereas in the development, right, we will have the code. Okay, and we will not have the live data, guys, we will have the junk data, which means if I want to write a join, let's say, okay, they will dump some data into our DB, right? Whatever dump is there, that is not a real data actually. Okay, it's a junk data or dummy data.
Mhm.
Okay, they won't give you the proper transactions or live transactions to us, guys. Okay, they want us to create a any join or write a code for the junk data first, and they want us to test it properly. So once everything is goes fine, then we have to push that code into the production environment, and it will work with the live data. Okay, see here junk data also nothing but live only, but the transaction numbers everything they will change because it's the because of the security. Understand? Hello,
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
understand.
Yes, sir.
any questions, anyone?
No.
Okay, so now once we will done with this code, right? Now what we will do is maybe here we will have very less data to create the code and all guys. Whereas in the testing environment, right, the same code will transfer from the development to testing. Okay, transfer is nothing but very simple actually. So we will take the backup of this DB and we'll restore over here so that all our code will get transferred. Yeah. Now, once we will have the same code in the testing environment, here they will push more data actually. See, let's say if we have 1 lakh rows here in the development stage, here will be some kind of 10 lakh rows and we'll work on it. Okay, how the our query will work. Okay, whether it is slow or fast. Okay, whether it is working fine for this large amount of data or not. So all kind of test cases will do actually. Okay, and even that case test cases will given by the client itself mostly. Yeah, and large amount of data, right? So once this is done, once this large amount of data we do have, right, so we will test it properly, thoroughly. Okay, so once everything is done, then we'll move this code to the production environment. Okay, so you might heard about this, your friends used to say like, I have a release on this weekend. Okay, so you have to push the code on this weekend, something like that, correct?
Yes, sir.
So which means that whatever the code is tested, they will move to the production environment. That's what a release means. Okay, that's why people used to work on weekends. So why only weekends means it's not a business hours, right? If you want to push the code in the weekdays, no. See, already clients will be working on this environments. If you push in between, so their productivity will get down, right?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we will push always the code in the weekends actually. It's not a business hours. So that's why. Clear?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Sir, why you wrote environment in the place of server?
Yeah. So development environment means, so that environment contains so many things. Okay. So it has a server. Inside that server, your SQL server, all the tools, your Excel, your Windows, everything will be there actually. Okay. So when I say server, people may get confused. That's why I have written in environment actually. So see, many of the people doesn't know what is a server, right? So that's why I just make it as an environment. Environment consists of servers, okay, and inside that servers, all your setup will be there. See, however, we have this Windows, everything, all the softwares, right? Everything will be there inside your remote server. So why they will put everything in the remote server means just for security purpose. Without a username and password and server name, you cannot access that. Okay. Understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other question?
Sir, from the copying of the columns from one DB to another DB,
Uh-huh.
is there any like we at the time we don't know which columns are there in the old DB, sir?
No, definitely we should know it. Otherwise, how can you transfer? If you doesn't know, I mean, if you want to transfer the complete information, you can simply put star. But if you want to specifically transfer a specific columns, definitely we should know about those columns. At least
Suppose by mistakenly we have entered the wrong column, means it will throw an error definitely.
wrong column means which is not existing in the table.
Old DB.
Yes, it will throw an error.
Okay. Yeah.
At least whomsoever given this task to you, right? They should
Yes,
tell
yes.
us what columns we have to transfer. Let's say if you doesn't have a complete access to see the columns names for your whole table, na? So at least they should tell us what are the
Yes.
columns. Then at least we can mention over here, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it's better to use star before
Not
dragging the lining.
sorry, the answer for that is like depends. If
Depends.
you want to transfer everything, go for star. A specific column means mention the specific column names.
Okay. Thank you.
Vinod, like do we come across any scenarios like transferring data into like
Yes,
existing tables or instead of new tables?
transferring data.
Like for here we have done from one database to another database, which is
Table.
like we have taken a backup table that is an empty table which was not created earlier. It's a fresh one. From fresh one you are getting data to a fresh table from existing data. So
Correct.
is there any possibility we are going to come across in the real time where
Yes,
you have
yes, yes.
already a
It will be
data
there.
oh, okay.
The scenario will be, see,
Mhm.
usually let's say forget about transaction tables, because transaction tables has, I mean, transaction means this one, like your primary foreign key relationship tables are there, right? So these are
Mhm.
the transaction tables where we will be having lot of data will be there in these tables. Okay,
Okay.
lot of data, some lakhs of records, crores of records will be there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now along with these tables, there are some other tables like your internal employees information, your pay slips information, your client
Mhm.
information. These are
Okay.
all not related to your project actually. If you see
Okay.
here,
Mhm.
there is employee information, their shift information, their department information, correct?
Mhm.
So these are all maybe not related to your project. Actually, these are all belongs to your company internal tables, I can say.
Mhm.
Okay. So the point over here is whenever you are working these tables, these are very
Mhm.
important, right?
Mhm. Correct.
Okay. So these are employees information, maybe your client information and all. Now,
Mhm.
whenever you're working on these tables, you should be very careful while
Okay.
doing any updates or deletes or inserts, anything. Because if
Mhm.
something went wrong, if you definitely backup will be there, but thing went wrong, you need to go and answer to them.
Okay.
Okay, so why you have done that? So what I used to do whenever I used to work on such kind of important tables, right? First of
Mhm.
all, I'll transfer the data from that table to some one backup table. So I'll
Okay.
also mention the date here. Okay, in which date I have transferred
Okay.
2022. So now what will happen if I am working on this and if something went wrong, at least
Mhm.
we have the backup information, right? We can
Correct.
restore from here to there.
Okay.
Okay, that restore I'll tell you how to do.
Mhm.
Okay, so before doing any kind of updation, something in this internal tables, it's
Mhm.
better you can take a backup and then work on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
And if you transfer into temporary table, yeah, again, we should be very careful. So if we close the session, it will be gone. So make it at least in a physical table. Okay.
Mhm.
And once you are done with all your, operations, right? Please drop this table because it will consume the memory, right?
Yes.
So you have to drop the tables. So that's where we used to use this, taking the backup information from old table to new table. Okay, but
Yeah.
in terms of these transactional tables, right, the project related tables, so
Mhm.
those tables has some crores of records, guys. When you do select star into no, it will take sometimes half day to transfer the data, so we
Okay.
cannot wait, no.
Correct.
So that's where there that's the reason. So there we will be having all your primary foreign keys, so you cannot simply go and update, or you cannot simply go and delete and all. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, any other questions? After transferring the data, old data will be available in the old DB. Yes, it will be there. There. Yeah. So when I say transfer from table to table, transfer from DB to DB, server to server, right? So it's copying actually. It's not moving. Okay. So copying means it will be there in your old location and the new location, right? So here also same case. Okay. Yeah. So both transferring and retrieving the data, is it same query? Transferring or retrieving? Yeah. So transferring is this from old to this one. Retrieving is nothing but just if we want to see some data from other database table, it's very simple. You no need to write into select star into, just write select star from other DB and then schema and this one. This is a retrieving from other database table. Transferring means this one. Okay, if we create a backup table, it will save in a database. Yes, obviously it will save. If you go and check here, we have created now 2 backups, right? It will be there. Can you see this? Contact BKP, something like this, and you can see this table also. So I have created just now BKP 08072021, right? Yeah. Got it?
Sir,
Yes.
as you mentioned, one we can change the data from transfer data from one server to another server.
Yes.
Where will we write this query, like select star new database in testing environment or this server?
See, wherever you want to transfer. Okay, first you need to log into that server or environment. Okay.
Okay, sir.
There you need to run the query. Basically the destination server or DB.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Next. Any other questions? Okay. So can we write?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
How to transfer the data? So have you mentioned this syntax?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can you please write down an example, please? Select star into. Select star into the same table you can create. Done? Can you please make a note below? Yeah. When we transfer the data, from one table to another table, when we transfer the data from one table to another table, only structure comma data and identity property will get carry forward. When we transfer data from one table to another table, only structure comma data and identity property will get carry forward. In the brackets, they're only in the brackets. Constraints will not get carry forward. Constraints will not get carry forward. Okay, done. Now, can you please write down transferring data from one DB table to another DB table? Transferring data from one DB table to another DB table. Okay, so below that, use destination DB, then this. Okay, then after transferring data from one server to another server, you need to log into testing environment. Okay, and this is how it will be. And here what you can do, make it like linked server. Try down both actually. Done. Done, guys.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me know once it is finished. Finished.
Yes.
Okay. Now, so now one more thing. See, if I want to transfer only the structure, not data. Okay, just I need the structure of the table as it is, but I don't want any data to be transferred. In such a case, there is a one simple syntax, and it is very important syntax. Okay, so because in interview and all they used to ask usually. Yeah, so let me type select star from select star into this table 0903/2022 from this table. Now, if I want to transfer only the structure, right here, you need to put some, wrong condition. So when I say wrong condition, for an example, 1 not equals to 2. So is it a true or false condition? Sorry, 1 equals to 2. Sorry. So is it a true condition?
So
It's a false condition, right? So as this is a false condition, what the SQL server will do is it will just transfer only the data structure but not data. Okay, but if you put a true condition, now any condition you can keep, not only 1 equals to 2, but as it is simple to mention 1 equals to 2, right? So people used to go with this actually. Okay, and when you put a true condition, then it will transfer entire data. Enter means it will act like same like the select star into table name from old table. Okay, so now you see, if you go and execute this, see 0 rows has been transferred. Earlier it says some 1 lakh something, right? But now it is showing only 0 rows has been transferred. And when I go and execute this, can you see this? Only structure is there, no data. Okay, this is one way of the transferring only structure, guys. There is one more way is there, using top clause. Okay, we have a top clause here, like your select and from. Okay, where exactly you need to keep that top keyword is top 0. Okay, top 0 star. Maybe let me put something, a new table name. Yeah, so select top 0. 0 means 0 records. Okay, star means all the records into this table. So it means all the records means all the columns. See, 0 rows. Okay, so either way you can use actually. You can use the above syntax or below syntax. No issues actually. So anyway, you can yeah, done it. That's fine. Yeah,
this top is a keyword.
it's a clause, keyword and a clause. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Can you please write down how to transfer only the structure into new table? Red heading, how to transfer only the structure into table. Let's say, I need this table structure in another database to insert some data. In such a case, this will help actually. Okay. Done.
Sir, why we are putting date on here, sir?
Just see, whenever you are taking the backup, right? Let's say I want to know, let's say today I have taken a backup, right? Now after a week I'm trying to do some changes in this table, and by mistakenly I have deleted some data. Okay, now
Okay.
whenever we are transferring from backup to this table, right, we want to know whether it is a fresh data or not, correct?
Okay.
So if you have a date, right, at least we'll come to know whether it is a week back data, or after that week any changes are done that table. We don't know, right?
Okay.
See, nobody will touch this backup. Understand? So maybe I have taken a backup today. Maybe next week I'm trying to done some changes over here, and by mistakenly I done some updates or delete something. Okay. In between the weeks, there might be some changes can happen, correct? Yes.
Okay.
So now if I know the date, at least I can ask my teammates saying that I have the backup for the last week, this date. Okay, have you done any changes in this week? So if there is no changes, at least I can have this backup table, right? Yeah, usually you see, I used to create like this. Okay, now whichever is the latest from that table, I'll transfer the data. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the main purpose of the table names. Usually people will give something like do not delete underscore date and all, because sometimes this underscore with this dates and all, right, people will think like it's a backup table and they will gonna clean that tables because of the memory consumption. So that's why the naming convention itself, people will keep do not delete, so that people will understand that okay, this is some important table and they will not delete it. Okay. Yeah.
So that where condition
Yes.
when it equals to
Yeah.
so like how it will analyze, sir, like only to fetch the structure, not data.
Yeah, because the SQL server internally, what it will do, it will just verify this condition actually.
Okay.
Okay, so what it will do, only in case of true conditions, it will give us everything. In false condition, it will give us only structure actually.
Okay.
That's
It should
how.
not only like 1 equal to 2, it may be anything.
Yeah, it can be anything, but it should be a wrong condition. It can be 100 equals to 101. It can be anything.
Anything.
Yes. Or you can put 1 not equals to 1. This is also false, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything is fine, no issues. But usually people will go with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the case of only data, sir,
Sorry, in case of?
only to fetch the data.
Yeah, in case of only data. If there is a structure to structure, no need to keep this where, no? Yeah. If there is no data, without a where class, we can execute.
Okay.
Only integers, sir, no characters like A equal to B.
You can, so you mean to say characters, right? So if I
Yes, sir.
put A equals to B. Yeah, but we have to change the table name also now here.
Yes.
So if you go and execute this,
It will.
okay, it has to be a different condition. I mean, it should be a false condition, and it can be a character, it can be a date, it can be a number, no issues. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. But the thing is, comparing 1 and 2 integers are very easy compared to characters, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's why we'll always choose the very simple, best way to write the queries. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now we'll talk about this top also. Then I'll come back to your temporary tables. Yeah. So for an example, if I want to transfer a specific number of rows, if I want to transfer or bring some rows, let's say, so you can put top 10 star, I'm not transferring, I'm just bringing the data, retrieving the data or selecting the data. So this is the simplest way. Select top 100 from table. So now what it will do is it will give us top 10 records, guys, in the table. Okay. So top 10, top 20, how many you want, you can select it.
So it is
Okay.
going to segregate based on our serial number.
Yes.
Okay.
So in the table, whichever are the top 10 are there. Okay.
Okay.
That will give us. But if you want to specifically know the top 10 based upon any column, let's say I want to know the top 10 based upon the line total, whomsoever has order with a more quantity, right? More, not quantity, more cost. I want to know, I want to get the top 10 customers. Okay, see whoever brought more products, right? I want to know the top 10 customers, let's say. In such a case, so we have to do the descending for this line total. Correct? Then only we'll get the top records, right?
Yes, sir.
So here you can put order by
Order descending.
line total and descending. So what it will do, let me show you the order of execution. I'll tell you. See, it's in descending order and it has been selected this top 10. So when we have this from order by top class, now the order of execution like this from. Okay, let me ask someone. Let's see what they will tell, and accordingly I'll Gayatri. Can you tell me the order of execution for this?
Yes, sir. From order by select order by, sir.
Select order by then that's it. There is a top class also.
Yeah, top.
Yeah.
Select top 10 order by, sir.
Select top 10 order by. Okay, you mean to say here top 10 will come.
Yeah, below select.
Okay. Bhaskar.
Hello.
Yes, please.
From order
Yes.
by, sorry.
From order by.
Order by తర్వాత top 10. Sorry.
Order by తర్వాత top 10 వస్తుందా?
ఒక్క నిమిషం.
Just think and let me know. No issues.
From select to top 10 order by and descending order follow. Yesodana.
From
Select to top 10 records, sorry, descending order by perform chestadi.
Okay.
Then
Top.
Correct.
Can you tell me how this will gonna work?
ఫస్ట్ టేబుల్ సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తుంది. తర్వాత
సెలెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నా.
కాలమ్స్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోండి. సారీ.
Okay, let me tell you. See, first it will go to from this we know to the table. Yeah. Then to sort the data, definitely we have to get the data from the disk, correct?
Correct.
So it will go to select. Yeah. So once it selects the data, then it will sort the data in the memory level. Okay, the complete data will get sorted because before selecting top 10, we have to sort the data, right?
Correct.
It's not a direct top 10. It's a sorting and then top 10, right? So after selecting, definitely we should do the order by, correct? If you have some data, then only we can do the sorting, right? So after sorting, yes, it will select on top of the sorting 10 top 10 records. So your top class will be always last in your execution process. Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
If there is no order by, then
Next top 10 records.
after select, your top will come, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the order of execution for this. Any questions, anyone?
So,
Yes, tell me.
sir, before when we display the old data and after transferring the data, we have observed that data has been shuffled.
Yes, correct.
Yes, sir. At that time, if you want to, like without order by, if you do that, the top 10 data will be changes, right?
Yes, the data will get shuffled actually.
Yes, sir.
So definitely we need to see, it depends on our requirement whether we need to sort the data or not. Usually whenever we are selecting, see what is meant by top customers. Based upon something, we decided them as a top customers, correct?
Yes, yeah.
So what is that, I mean, on what basis we'll do usually? On top of the orders, on top of the transaction amount, which they made a lot, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So in such a case, so we won't save our data on, the transaction amount basis. So it's based upon order ID basis. We'll just, insert the data into our table. That's the primary key, correct? So based upon order ID, we'll keep the sorting, and we'll keep the primary key so that the sorting will be based upon that column, but not based upon the transaction amount, correct? So in such a case, if I want to take the top customers, so definitely I need to sort it manually.
Okay, sir.
So that's where your order by class will come. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But using order by, it's always hectic to the SQL server. Okay, because already data is there, in a sorted format. If you request for a different order, right? So it has to, sort everything, correct?
Yes, sir.
It will take a lot of time for SQL server. Okay, but yes, there are some situations, definitely, even though it is a time taking process, we should definitely go for a order by class.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Understand, everyone? Yeah, there is a question. If you want a new table into schema, which is created by us, can we transfer the data from old table to new table? What schema you're asking?
Whatever the new table we are creating, sir.
Okay.
We need the table into our created schema. At that time, how it is?
Okay, for the new table, you want to append a new schema?
No, sir. Already existing schema.
Okay. Think not. 1 second. Let me just try that. If I can append that schema name. Maybe let me append a person schema and we'll see. The table name is 1, 2, 3. So person is a schema which is already exist. Okay, yes, it is accepting.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is the existing schema, but this is a new table. Okay, so it is getting created with a existing schema and with a new table. So if the column is constrained with a primary key, is it going to give top 10 of the sorted column? Okay, if the column is constrained with a primary key, is it going to give top 10 of the sorted column? Yes, see, when the primary key is already existing in a column, right? And when you ask for top 10, whatever the order it is stored in the database level, the same order it will give without a order by clause. If you see, let me show you an example. See, without top 10, let me just do select star and then top 10 both at a time. Can you see? Here also say, here I have selected top 10, where here I have lakhs of records. In this lakhs of records only, it has been selected top 10, correct? You can see the order detail ID 16 to 24, and here also 16 to 24. Because already primary key is sorted the data, and whatever sorted format we do have, from that only it will read to top 10. But if we need a specific order, okay, then you need to sort it. Okay, it can be ascending, it can be descending. Understand, Manjunath?
Yes, Vinod.
Yeah. Like top class is there, bottom class. No, Kiran, we don't have any bottom class. Okay, so if we need the bottom rows, you have to either do ascending or descending. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If you need top rows, so you can simply go with a select top. If you need bottom rows, right, you can do descending and get it.
Okay.
That's the only option which we have, right? Yeah. And there is one more, not only top 10, it's top n actually. You can put n number of records, no issues. And there is one more question. This is an interview question actually. If there are 100 records in a table, I need 25% of that records in that table. Then what you need to do? What is the query for that? So what is the 25% in the 100 records?
25.
25.
25.
25.
Yeah, you need to
Select
see,
top 25%.
see, today 100 records are there. Tomorrow it can be 1000. Day after tomorrow it can be 1250, and then it will be 2500. Okay, so you should not write a query every time, like manually. So the query which you have written, right, it should always give me 25% data in the table. It can be 100 records, it can be 1 lakh records. You should write only one time a query, and which should give me 25% in that table. So the query for that is top 20%. There is a keyword called percent for us, and you have to put that from your table name. Okay. So now we do have how many rows? We have 1,21,327, right? So let's see, top 20% means how many records? It is 24,000. If you want, you can calculate it. Okay. Understand?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So if you put top 100, what will happen? Tell me.
Entire data is going to come here.
Entire data will come, and you need not to keep the top 100%. You can simply keep select star from. Why to use unnecessarily top? Correct.
Correct.
When you need the complete data. Understand, guys? Very important this query. Yeah. Could you please write down how to select the top records? Very, very important, all these things. Okay, first you can write down this query and write down this order of execution. Next will be selecting top 20% records.
Sir, after top 10, we can select the column name.
Yes, instead of star, you can select the column names.
Okay.
Sir, whichever you mentioned the bracket, I need to mention same kind of bracket or normal bracket.
Which brackets? This one.
Yes, sir.
Mention the same, no? Otherwise, it is a DBO schema. It's not required also.
Okay.
How can you get bottom 10 rows with ascending order? With ascending order, it's not possible, Deepak. Okay, down. You have to see bottom means last rows, right? Definitely, you should do the descending order and then only get it using top class only. Okay, what about middle ones, sir? Yeah, Javed, there is a option to get the middle rows also. I'll show you that. Transferring data from backup table to main table, then there will be no constraints. How to get constraints to main table? Okay, so to the new table, if you want the constraints, right? See, whenever we used to take backup, we generally not maintain any relationships, any constraints and all, because we need the data there. Okay, we need the data that can be restored at any point of time if something happened to main table. Okay, but if at all you need the constraints, you have to manually create it. Okay, Vignesh, understand, or your question is different? Vignesh.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, okay. Finished this one?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now, so if I want, see, we know how to get the records from top and bottom, either doing ascending order or descending order, we can get top and bottom records. If I need a in between rows, okay, what exactly needs to be done? So for an example, I'll just take person dot, is it person or just a sec. I think this is sales. Okay. So now if I want in between rows, there is a specific query, guys. Let's say I need from 7th row to 100th row. Okay. Or I need 100 to 200 rows in between rows. Okay. So this is the query for that. So first of all, you need to sort the data and it is mandatory. Select star from table name, order by. Okay. So you can take, let's say this only, because already this is sorted, right? Okay, so but still you need to sort it, guys. This is mandatory in this case. So sales order detail ID, and you can put ascending or descending. So what exactly I want is the table should be as it is, but I need to get from 100 to 1000 records. First 100 records I don't want. From 100th record to next 1000 rows I need. Okay, so that is basically like in between rows only, correct? Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in such a case, what you need to do, definitely you need to sort the data. So for sorting, I have taken this primary key column. See, anyway, it will be already sorted, but for this query, it's mandatory to sort it actually. Otherwise, it won't execute. Okay. Yeah. Next, there is a keyword called offset. Okay. And how many rows you need to switch off? How many rows we need to switch off here?
100.
100.
First 100 we don't. Yeah, let's say let's say I don't want 100. I want to start from 101 onwards. Okay. So in that case, you need to write offset 100 rows. So which means these many rows, it will just ignore, guys. It will not delete, it will ignore. Okay. And you need to fetch how many rows?
100
Next
to
101 to
Not
next
1 to
1000
1000.
rows. Let's say next 1000 rows. Next 1000 rows means how many? How many? It will be 1100 rows, correct?
Yes, sir.
900
So,
rows.
sorry,
900 rows, right?
it's not. See, already we ignored 100. 1 to 100 will be ignored.
Okay.
From 101 to next 1000 records I need.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So in that case, fetch next 1000 rows only, not 100. This is the syntax. Okay. So here, what and all things will change means this 100, this 1000 will gonna change usually in the scenarios. Yeah. So when you do this, you see there are 121,317 records are there, right? You can see what will happen. Can you see from 1 to 100 sales order details are ignored, correct?
Yeah.
Can you see the order ID here?
Yes.
Don't look for others. You can see this.
Yeah.
And then 101 to how many rows? We fetch it totally 1000. So which means 1100 records. Now it is in between records only, right?
Yes.
Correct. And this half set condition, it is very, very important and it has been introduced from SQL Server 2012 onwards. Before that, it was not there.
Okay.
Okay. It is newly introduced in 2012 SQL Server onwards. And from then and there onwards, it's there in 14 SQL, 16 SQL Server. Okay. So everywhere it is there. Yeah. So always see without a order by class, if you go and execute, no, it will throw an error. See. It will say that for offset condition, order by class is mandatory. Actually, incorrect syntax it is showing. Okay. So definitely order by is must and should, guys. It can be ascending, it can be descending. Yeah. So offset, just put the number, how many rows you want to switch off. Even it is one row, no, you have to put plural only here, rows. Here also same case. Even it is a single row, you have to put rows, not row. Okay. So this offset condition will switch off the rows or ignore the rows, and this fetch next will fetch the from next rows onward. How many rows you want to specify, you can specify those many rows it will fetch. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the condition to retrieve the in between rows, guys. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Write down how to fetch in between the rows. In a table. So in between, if they say in between, blindly you should go and apply offset condition without any other thoughts. Okay. Very, very, very important for interview, guys. This one.
So this offset in order of execution, offset comes after select, right?
Sorry.
In order of execution, offset will come after select, right?
Yes, correct, correct. So once everything is sorted, everything happen, no? Then your fetch will, your offset will come, then your fetch will come. Okay. Yeah. Write down. Can you please mute? For offset condition, order by class is mandatory. Write down. If you want all records from 100th record, no need to mention fetch, right? If you want all records from 100th record, no need to mention fetch. What exactly you mean by that, Deepak?
Sir, if you want all the records from 100 records, sir. From 100 to full record.
Okay, from even if you need 100 also.
No, first 100 I don't want. From 101 to full records.
Okay.
We don't need to
100,
mention
101 to?
Full records, sir. All the
Okay,
records.
from 101 to the total number of records, huh?
Yes, sir.
No, it won't work. Okay, let me just see. Offset 100 rows. Yeah, without a fetch, it is working actually. Even I didn't know. I know just now. Without a fetch, it is working. Okay, it will just switch off 100, and from 101 to the total number of records it will display.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vinod sir, if I want 1 to 5 rows, so offset 0 rows, fetch next 5 rows only.
If you want to fit first 5 rows, huh?
Yeah, yes.
Then go for top now.
Top class.
Okay.
See, if you need top or bottom rows, right? You can sort the data and use a top keyword. Okay.
No, here generally I'm saying for example, if I want to use offset and fetch only, so here 0 we keep.
Yes, here we can 0 we can put, and here we can
5.
put 5 rows. So first 5 rows it will give us. But instead of writing this much of query, why can't we go for a top 5?
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, we can do it using this also. But always simple queries is better, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So can we get first 10 records and offset 100 records, then also whole records?
Sorry, first
I
10
don't
records.
I don't want in between 100 rows.
Then
Okay.
we can go for top class and offset the respective rows, and we can fetch.
So you mean you need 1 to 100, and then 100 to 200 you don't want, correct?
Yes.
And then remaining rows you need, correct?
Yes, yes.
So in that case, 2 queries you need to write. First you need to fetch 1 to 100. Okay. And for this you can simply write a top, and for ignoring you can go for offset condition. But both are two different result sets. Okay. And there is a something called set operator for us, union or using that you can combine it. Okay. Whenever set operator will come now, I'll explain to you. Okay, just remember me when we will discuss about union now.
Here we cannot put both the syntaxes together.
Both it's not possible in single query, because top 10 is different, and again we have to ignore, again we need to fetch the remaining records, right? In single query it's it's possible, but what you need to do is you need to write not in case actually. Okay. Meaning, see, you don't want 100 to 200, correct? Remaining you need, correct? So in that case, instead of that, select star from this table. This is very simplest way to write, where let's say sales order ID not between 100 and 200. Okay. So from 100 to 200, whatever records are there, including 100 and 200.
Okay.
It will ignore it. Now you see 1 to till 99 is there. Then it started with 201. Okay. So this between keyword in SQL Server, how it will act now. So when you put, let's say, between 100 and 200, right? It will give us the records between these, also including 100 and 200.
Okay.
When you say not between, then apart from these records, other records will give us. I think we haven't discussed the between keyword, right, till now.
Yes, we haven't.
Yeah, see, it's basically act like you're less than greater than. Let's say ID greater than or equals to 100 and ID less than or equals to 200. What exactly it means?
Between
Should be more than 100, less than 200,
190.
but also equals to is there.
Okay, 100 to 200 then, correct.
Yes, 100 to 200, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same thing will happen in between also. Either you can use less than greater than, or you can use between also. Both are same. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, this is very simplest way to get it done instead of top and offset. Done. Have you written this offset condition?
So this only is a keyword or operator?
Which one?
In Naboke fetch next 1000 rows only is a keyword or operator?
Yes, only is a keyword actually. See, this fetch is a keyword, next is a keyword, rows is a keyword, only also keyword, offset is a condition and a keyword. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. And must and should you need to put this only. I think without that, I don't think so it will execute. See. Yeah.
Yes.
Done.
Since we use order by mandatory here.
Yes.
We need to know the primary key column, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. No, we should know about the primary key. See, I don't want to disturb the table. Whatever table it is there, as it on top of it, I need to switch off and get some rows. In such a case, if we go with the primary key column, right? So the same order will be there. Correct?
Yes.
If you go with some other column, the data will get shuffled.
So, previously we know the information about the table, complete information.
Correct. Exactly.
On the
We know what is constraint. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. At least primary key.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Next. That's it. Okay, I think transferring the data we'll see tomorrow from physical to temp. Very simple. If you want to try, you can try. In place of physical table, when you do select star into, right, just mention the temporary table. Select star into, let's say hash from any table. So then what will happen now? So whatever data is there in this table, it will just put it in the temporary table, guys. Now on top of this temporary table will work actually. Okay. So now whenever you do something in this temporary table, right, your main table will not affect, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where, we can secure our data. And ultimately, whatever operations we do, that will represent to the client. Okay, these are very small examples. Anyway, I'll show you tomorrow. Okay, with the where classes and all. Yeah. Okay, I think that's all for today. Yeah, I have Tejaswini with me from 19th batch who have secured, offer, and there are 1 or 2 offers in queue. Yeah. So I just want her to share her experience. I think she joined 8 o'clock itself. Okay. Yeah. Let me invite her. And if you have any questions,